was this interesting backwards and forwards of Lee recording drums upstairs, writing lyrics downstairs, and then CJ would record the lyrics at night, and hopefully we could write enough lyrics by the next afternoon that he could then record another song. And then going upstairs and checking on Lee while he's tracking drums and giving him encouragement. And poor little Lee was just up there by himself, hammering away, blasting his little mullet off. So that was pretty lonely as well, not having Sean be there. Normally, we're always together when guitar stuff's happening so we could bounce ideas off of each other.
I kind of had a bunch of ideas and bits and pieces of songs, lots and lots of material. So we kind of had to sift through that and kind of agree on the songs that we were going to finish in the pre-production stage and what was going to make the album. Generally the songs we went for were like the more old school kind of songs, like there's some really old school death metal elements. Our fans come from all walks of life. There's old metalheads, there's young kids that have never heard of bands like At the Gates and stuff like that. You know, we're perceived as a deathcore band, but we grew up listening to some proper death metal, you know. So there's little elements of that, and hopefully we can kind of introduce that sound or that style of metal to younger fans.
The boys started writing this before I came back to the band, and I think me coming back to the band created a lot of excitement in our family, and I was super excited to come back. I think this is the record that is going to set us apart, not just from other bands, but from our style of music and deathcore as well, I think.
This time around, I had the songs before Sean went over to track guitars, and then I started getting them back once we rearranged all the structures, and I guess that gave me a lot more time to break the songs down and actually be able to go through and actually try write specific things that I wanted. I feel I got through this album the quickest, and it's probably, in some sense, the one I'm most proud of. There's a few songs I really tried to stitch myself up in, and I'm pretty happy with what came out of it.
We strayed a little bit away from the anti-theistic lyrical content that we've traditionally adhered to, or the aggression. Some kind of sad songs, it's a little bit more personal, a little bit more about travelling and about the human experience, songs about mortality, and I guess the anger is less hateful now than it was, and more, not confusion, but contemplation over personal events, the human condition, and world events, and even some environmental stuff. So it was, you know, important to kind of tackle some of those ideas. One of the most important things that we'd like people to take away from this record is just to think more for themselves, think more freely from the constraints of culture, your local ideologies, restrictions of your faith, and just, you know, let the lyrics take you on a little journey and contemplate some of the message. And that's all that we can hope for. We're not telling you to think the way that we think, but maybe just think more about the way that you think. I think that's what this record mostly encompasses. And we all die, so there's a lot of that. It's kind of miserable.